G'day YouTube and fellow X-Men fans. I've just come back from seeing X-Men Days of Future Past. How awesome is that? That's pretty awesome. And the film itself, whoa, that'll come up next. Before I start this little review, I do want to point some things out. This is a non-spoiler review, so I'm just going to do broad strokes, okay? The first thing I have to point out is that the F-bomb gets used once, and I think the S-bomb gets used as well, maybe once or twice. I can't remember whether it was used a second time or not, but just be aware, if you're going to take your kids to this film, the F-bomb is used, the S-bomb is used. Use your parental discretion, okay? So got to get that out of the way first. Guys, if you are married or have a girlfriend, take her to see this film. Take her to see this film, especially if she's a fan of Hugh Jackman. The only problem is you might find yourself wanting to do a few extra sit-ups and stomach crunches and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, make her day. Take her to see this film. Say no more. Say no more. It's Hugh Jackman. If your female friend is a fan of Hugh Jackman, this film would not change it. It will, let's just say, amplify it a little bit. I think he's been working out quite a lot. We'll leave it there. The film itself, for the rest of you X-Men fans, is absolutely fantastic. It follows the storyline fairly closely to Days of Future Past comic, which I haven't read, but I did see the story in the cartoon form. They deviate slightly, but doesn't matter. You will not be disappointed by this. I had kids in the cinema next to me. They were running amok and like really causing a disturbance. But the movie was so good. There's no way I was going to get up and call security and get them kicked out or whatever. And no, I'm reluctant to do that. But they were underage drinking, and you know, they were ruining my cinema experience and the cinema experience for other people. But this movie's so good. It just, oh my goodness. Peter Dinklage, the short guy from Game of Thrones, fantastic. The acting from pretty much everybody was pretty full on. Fantastic. The conclusion was awesome. Awesome. If you've been disappointed by X-Men films in the past, namely X The Last Stand, say no more, you will be pleased with this film. Not spoiling anything, but you'll have to see it for yourself. At the end of the credits, there is a scene, like all Marvel films. At the end of the credits, there's a scene that shows a character that I'm not 100% familiar with. I know of the character, if it's who I think it is, because there's a slow reveal. And there's a suggestion of something that's coming. Something big is coming to the Marvel Universe. Now I've got a few ideas who I think it is. And I think they were suggested in, I think, maybe Thor or Thor 2. I can't remember. But there's something big coming. Something really big. If you've only got $20 or whatever it costs in your country to see a film, and you want to take your kids to see a film, I know it costs more than that here, and you've got to decide between Godzilla, Spider-Man 2, or X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men Days of Future Past. And I'm a Godzilla fan, but this knocks Godzilla out of the water. It knocks Spider-Man out of the water. Just be aware, there is the F-bomb, there is the S-bomb, so when you're taking your kids to see this film, there might be some explaining to do. just thought I'd let you know. Some of the concepts in terms of younger kids, because it's set in the future, you might have to explain time travel and bits and pieces, and that certain characters may die. That happens. Mild spoiler. Some characters do die. However, it's in a parallel future. So, yeah. But apart from that, race out to see this film. It is absolutely fantastic. I could not be distracted by the noise and these drunk kids. So if you go into the cinema and you've got a perfect audience, you will absolutely love this film. Now, there are bits and pieces where there's a fair bit of dialogue and this and that, setting up the characters and all that sort of stuff, but it's action-packed from the start. The action is fantastic. All your favourite X-Men are there, maybe, depends on your favourites. Yeah, I can't say enough praise for this film. It's absolutely fantastic. Go out and see it. Enjoy your weekend. Don't spoil it for anybody else. I certainly didn't, and I certainly won't. So it's a double thumbs up from me for X-Men Days of Future Past. That's all from me today. Look after yourselves. Bye for now.